Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chant A Psalm A. How are you doing today on this blessed day? We are giving thanks at all times. I have someone that is sharing me with some words for today, the 24th. And this is all the way from the island of Barbados. And I'm going to share it. It's beautiful. It's for September 24th. It's brought to you by Exodus 11:3. And it says, "And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians," right? So favor was given in front of the enemy, okay? Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. So for Exodus, this word, all the way from the beautiful island of Barbados. Thank you, Jade, for sending this. It reads, "Thank you, God, for my five senses. I am grateful for being able to see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. How wonderful to see nature's beauty, to listen to the voices of loved ones, to taste good food, to smell the fresh scent of spring, and to touch a loved one's skin. And my senses let me experience the world, and I give thanks for that gift today." Page 282, Amazing Grace. Beautiful. I love that. And look at the picture. Beautiful. Isn't that just gorgeous? So thank you, Jade, for sending that. Mwah. Shout out to my friend in Barbados. I love to talk to you. You're just a light of fresh air. And to my friend that oh my goodness, I reconnected with a friend that I met in 2005. We've never seen each other. We've talked on the phone. And in 2005, 2006, I met her 18 years ago. And I mean, we've spoken. And Frankie Beverly, passed away. And she remembered that I was in the video. So she reached out. And I was like, "Who is this?" Then I was like, "Oh my goodness, I remember her." When I lived in San Diego in California in 2005, 2006, I met this wonderful person online. And she has been my friend from that time, but we lost touch. And we lost touch because I've been in school for so long. But she really respects the fact that I never gave up with my education, even though she remember when I was struggling. If she remember, and she had sent me $100 one time to help me out. This was when I was in California, and then I moved to Dallas, and we stayed in touch, but then we lost touch after I went to get my degrees at Texas Women's University. Shout out to TWU. And in that time, people grow. They're in relationships. Yeah, and it's amazing how wonderful life can be when we are open to the love that's within us. We are open to the love that is within us. And in that love that is within us, we have an advocate. And that advocate is, gives us a sense of meaning and a sense of policy where we can have a harmonic pattern in our lives. So thank you, Jade, for sending that for September 24th. That is beautiful. Today, on the 24th of September, a good person of mine, actually, their sister passed away. their sister passed away in 2019, 6 years ago today, the 24th. So I acknowledge that that's the day when that person got their wings. You know, they got their wings and they became free, in the sense of another life they're living. You know, they're not physically here. So I acknowledge that, and I sent her son a little gift. I sent her sister and her daughter and her son a gift, and her sister. That's how I know them, from the sister. So the 24th of September is also the birthday of someone out there. So if you're celebrating a birthday today, know that you are blessed, you are highly favored and wonderfully made, and you should be thankful for that gift. Because what I just read, that Jade sent me, brought to you by the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 3, about the very important favor that we've been given. We've been given this favor, like, I love it. Thank you so much. I have that favor, that free will favor. And in that free will favor, we have free will to accept that favor. And I accept that favor. I accept it and I embrace it, and I invite it into my life. And it is sustained in my life through the works that I do, and through the way that I treat people, and the way that I'm kind, and the way that I live. So thank you, Jade, for sending that. That is really beautiful. Yes. So I wanted to look at the verse today. The verse today is brought to you by Hebrews, verse 35 to 36. Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10, verse 35 to 36. It reads, "So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded." So don't throw away. Greetings, Elsu, of love and happiness, with great gratitude for the Most High daily. Thank you so much for joining Chant A Psalm today. We're looking at the verse today. The verse today is brought to you by Hebrews 10, chapter 35 to verse 35 to 36. We don't want to throw away our confidence. I don't like to use the word con, but the intention behind the word is awareness, assuredness. When you're confident, it means that you are full of knowledge, and you have a sense that you're sure of. You're sure of. So that we don't want to throw away. We don't want to throw away our assuredness, because that assuredness will be richly rewarded. So when we're happy, I always tell people, nobody completes you. You complete you first. So then you won't go nuts and crazy. You complete you, and the person or someone else adds to that completion. They shouldn't take away from it. They should add to it. Thank you for liking this video and for subscribing to this channel. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for liking this video and subscribing to this channel and tuning in. I know it's early. Some people it's 5 in the rise. Some people it's 6. Some people it's 7. So this early when I do this to start the day off. And my friend that I reconnected with said to me, "I like your discipline." And I was like, thank you, because that's part of that assuredness, and what Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35 to 36 is talking about. We're not going to throw away these assuredness and this discipline, right? Because it's going to be rewarded richly. It doesn't say rewarded, it said richly rewarded. Okay? You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of righteousness, you will receive what righteousness has vowed. So in the receiving, there is a giving. You are to give right? You were to give a perseverance. You were to give a steadfast. You were to give goodness and mercy and love and kindness. You were to give because you will receive what has been promised. What has been promised, you will receive, but you have to give. You have to give love, kindness, truth, righteousness, mercy, compassion, honesty, humility. You have to give that. Sometimes it may hurt. The truth hurts sometimes. People may be afraid. Somebody might beat them up because of the truth. But know that you have an advocate, that advocate already won the battle. So why are you worried about telling the truth? Because you don't know that favor that's upon you. There is favor upon you, and you're just brushing it aside for other people and what they are going to feel and what they are going to think. They do not hold your salvation. They cannot put you into heaven. They cannot give you what God can give you. So why do we think about the opinions of others or telling them the truth? You see? So the verse today coming from Hebrews 10, chapter 10, verse 35 to 36, don't throw away. Don't throw it away. Don't throw away your confidence in the Most High. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Because that confidence, that assuredness, that ambitious thinking of, I am worthy, okay? I am worthy. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm not inadequate. I am enough. I am enough. I don't need somebody outside of me to love me. I love me. I love what I have inside that is righteousness. And feeding that, right, is going to reward me richly because I'm not in this for myself, right? I'm not going to throw away my confidence in righteousness, in doing good, right? And that need to persevere so that when I have done the will of righteousness, that's my favor that's upon me, when I have put that into action, I will receive what has been promised. To live life in abundance of goodness. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about your next meal. You don't have to worry about what you're going to wear. You don't have to worry about getting gas for your car. You don't have to worry about a car. No, you don't have to worry about that because you have not thrown away the assuredness of righteousness. You haven't thrown it away, that favor and that perseverance. Persevering. Yes, we're going to get depressed. Yes, we're going to have long suffering. Yes, we're going to have these things. But when you look outside of yourself for the answer, you're going to invite the devil into your house. You're going to invite the devil into your home, into your life, because you have put aside the favor of God over your own selfish desires. And now you've invited crazy folks. You've invited a person that is not in the full capacity of their mind. They're not standing in love with God. They're standing in love with you. And when you do something wrong, they're going to attack. You're walking around on pins and needles. Oh, what do I say? I can't say this because they're going to attack me. I lived in relations like that. That's uncomfortable. You can't be yourself, you know. You're not able to be who you are, be yourself. You got to change yourself for this person. And change is good. I'm not talking about change is bad. But what type of change is it? Is it a change for someone else or is it a change for you? You have to change because you want to change, not because somebody wants you to and they're going to leave you if you don't. Okay? So when we look at the psalm today, Hebrews 10, in Chant A Psalm, we have the verse of the day brought to you by Hebrews. The word of the day is brought to you today. The word of the day is brought to you today by Psalm 138, verse 1. I give thanks, O Lord, with my full heart. So Jade sent this to me, and it says, my senses let me experience the world, and I give thanks for that gift today. So you have a gift. You have a gift of sense, okay? Psalm 138, verse 1, the word today is grateful. It's being brought to you by Psalm 138. That echoes exactly what Jade sent to me. Psalm 138, verse 1, I give thanks, oh, righteousness, with my full heart. So your full heart is giving thanks for the ability to see, to hear, to taste, to touch, to smell, your five senses. Psalm 138. See how it's related? There's a string that's related to my Chant A Psalm, coming in from Barbados, the beautiful island. I want you to stay cool there, Jade. So I give thanks, oh Lord, with my full heart. Okay, we're giving thanks with my full heart. So the word today, grateful, is brought to you by Psalm 138, verse 1, as well as from this beautiful writing for September 24th. Thank you, Jade, for sending me that. Send it to me tomorrow again for September 25th. So the word today, grateful. Grateful. I feel the presence of God as I express my gratitude. So gratitude, grateful, gracious, grace, all of that represents who God is. So gratitude may not always come naturally to me. Perhaps I have started the day feeling rushed or stressed, or I may be juggling multiple obligations or have too many demands on my time, right? Pausing for a moment of gratitude shifts my outlook. I pause, breathe deeply, and simply affirm, I am grateful. As I do, I feel my heart open. I breathe a cleansing, renewing breath and exhale any troubling or anxious thoughts. My heartbeat slows, my mind settles, and my being relaxes. This takes only a moment, and the benefits are so worthwhile. With 24 hours in a day, I know it's possible to take a few moments to focus on being thankful. As I do, I feel gratitude fill me in mind, heart, and in my life. I affirm again and again, I am grateful. Say it with me, everybody. I am grateful. Say it again. I am grateful. So this is the word today, grateful. Write it down someplace. Put it on a board and put it in a circle and put different words to represent what that means. Put that into action. What is the operational definition of grateful? How does it operate? How does grateful operate? Okay? So that's your homework today. Okay? Finding out how you can be grateful. What are some actions behind it that we can do? Okay? Share with me. Share with me. So that was our psalm, our word today, grateful. And now I want to shift to the verse of the day we did. Now let's look at our psalm today. Now the psalm today is 104. My son that passed away was born 104, January 4th. And I could feel my son. I could feel him. The other day, I'm feeling him again. And my the times that I feel that way, something happens where it confirms that that's who it is. And this is the confirmation. This is the affirmation, rather. Psalm 104. And Psalm 104 is pretty lengthy. So we're going to get into it now. We're 20 minutes in. So Psalm 104 begins with bless the Lord, O my soul. Okay. The Psalm 104 is titled, Oh my God, you are very great. And God is defined as love, kindness, mercy, righteousness, all of the above, right? So, excuse me. Oh Lord, my God, you are very great. You are clothed with splendor and majesty, covering yourself with light as with a garment, stretching out the heavens as a tent, laying the beams of chambers on the waters, making the clouds a chariot, riding on the wings of the wind, making messengers winds, ministers of flaming fire. I love that. Righteousness, that is God, set the earth on its foundations. And Pastor Sarah Jakes talked about this. She said how God set the earth on its axis for a reason. So I look at Psalm 104 verse 5, that's what God did, set the earth on its foundation so that it should never be moved. It's divinely in order, divinely ordered. I love that. And this covering with the deep as with a garment, the water stood above the mountains, right? At the rebuke, these mountains fled. At the sound of thunder, the mountains took a flight. The mountains rose, the valleys sank down to the place that God appointed for them to be. God set a boundary that they may not pass, so that they might not again cover the earth. Righteousness of God makes springs gush forth in the valleys and flow between the hills. Okay. And it's interesting because this picture, oh, that's a road, but we see the water, right? That give drink to every beast of the field. That's why I like to look at the on Netflix. There's a nature series that's on, and I keep playing it. And my son is like, "Why you keep watching this?" Because it is creation. It is the creatures in creation, and it's beautiful. You see the whales, you see the lions and the cheetahs, and they're in the creation. It's just a beautiful. So I suggest everybody go look at that after you read this Psalm 104, because we see the wild donkeys quench their thirst. Beside them, the birds of the heavens dwell. They sing among the branches, right? They chant from the lofty abode. The Most High watered the mountains. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of the work of righteousness. This is all goodness and righteousness of creation. It's beautiful. So God causes the grass to grow for the livestock, for the animals, and plants for man to cultivate. So the grass for the livestock and plants for us to eat, to cultivate. That is our food. That's the God DNA we're talking about. Stop eating the foolishness of this earth and start returning to the fruits and the first fruits, really, that was given to us to sustain our beings while we are on this planet. So the plants are for us to cultivate, right? Agriculture, that's our culture. So God may bring forth food from the earth. When man cultivates the earth, food is coming from the earth, and wine to gladden the heart of man. Okay. herbs, oil to make man's face shine. Look at the oil. Where is it? Oil to make man's, this is the oil that I make, liquid gold. Okay, this. And it comes from a plant. This comes from a plant. Okay, and bread to strengthen man's heart. Right? Notice it said to strengthen one's heart, because we can't live by bread alone. We have to live by every word that comes out of the mouth of the Most High righteousness. So, verse 16, the trees of the Lord are watered abundantly. The cedars of Lebanon that was planted, in them the birds build their nests. So the action of this creator creating this was for the creatures to be satisfied and to be in abundance of goodness. So don't you think that when the creator creates and gives water from the mountains for the wild donkeys to quench their thirst, for the creator to think about these animals, don't you think we're going to be thought of even more highly? So because of that, we've been given so much. To whom much is given, much is expected. Much is expected. So the trees are for the birds. The stork has her home in the fir trees. The high mountains are for the wild goats. The rocks are for safety for the rock badgers. So all of creation has a purpose, and the creatures within that creation has a purpose, just like we do. We have a purpose, and that purpose is to have that foundation of goodness and mercy, compassion and love, so that we can trot on in this journey. We can have a trajectory and an outcome that's going to be fruitful, because we've multiplied our goodness. Be fruitful and multiply. It doesn't only mean having babies. It also means your fruits. What are you giving through your purpose? So in verse 19, God made the moon to mark the seasons, right? The moon was created for a reason, for the season. The sun knows it's time for setting. Okay, the darkness and the night, when all the beasts of the forest creep about, the young lions roar for their prey, right? Seeking food from God. That's who is giving it to them, the creator that created them in that way. And they rest in their dens. Man, woman goes out to work and labor until the evening. So all of you out there getting ready to go to work, right? I got to go to work. I have to teach a class. I have work. People have work. So, oh, how manifold are the works of righteousness. In wise mind have righteousness made them all, right? That wisdom, I don't want to even say dumb, that wise mind of the creator created all of it in a divine order, right? So the earth is full of the creatures of the Most High. Verse 24, O Lord, how manifold are your works. In wisdom have you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. Okay. And verse 25, here is the sea, great and wide, which teems with creatures innumerable, living things both small and great. There go the ships and the Leviathan that was formed to play in it. So these all look to the Creator, all these creatures, to give them their food in due season. Okay, I was looking at the Nature Channel, as I said, on Netflix. And one of the whales, they don't eat for months until they go to a certain place and the food is there waiting. They don't eat for months. So when you give it to them, when you give them this food, they gather it up. So the whales are given this food in due season. And when God opens God's hands, they are filled with good things. Okay. On the other hand, when righteousness hides, we are in a dismay. We're depressed. We're in a despair. We need righteousness. We don't want righteousness to hide righteousness's face. When righteousness takes away the breath, they die and return to the dust. Okay? When righteousness sends forth your righteousness, the creation happens, and a renewal. Righteousness renews the face of the ground. So in verse 29 and 30, we see righteousness that is of God being hidden causes a dismay to the point of death and returning to the dust. Okay. And verse 31 to 35 ends the Psalm 104 with, may the glory of the Lord endure for all time to come. May righteousness of the Lord rejoice in the works of righteousness. For who looks on the earth and it trembles? Who touches the mountains and they smoke? I will chant to the Most High while I still am alive and I still have my being. Okay? May my meditation be pleasing to the Most High of righteousness, for I rejoice in righteousness. Let people who are going into their wrongness, intentionally or unintentionally, be consumed from the earth, and let the wicked be no more. Bless righteousness, O I and I life. Praise the Lord. Give thanks to righteousness. We chant Isis I to the Creator. We see the Creator as not just man, but woman, because the woman is a creator that brings life, and so does the Creator. It's a mirroring effect. So we cannot leave the woman out. We cannot marginalize us no more. We have to break out of these chains of mental slavery. So we are at the end of our Chant A Psalm. Selah and Selah again. I'm thankful for the Psalm today, 104. It's a beautiful Psalm. Pin it on a wall or something. It's about how great that righteousness of God is, that have given favor upon I and I, to the point of returning in that omnipresence. Okay, that omnipresence. So get yours. Look at the seeds in there. So we're cultivating the earth, okay, with plants that are healing. And the healing of these oils. Oh my goodness, you can smell the nooning. One of my little students this summer said, "Oh, it smells this," so I had to go add some other oils to it to get that pungent smell. But the pungent smell is what releases the pain in your joints and in your skin and in your hands when you rub it on. So thank you all so much for joining Chant A Psalm today. Before we leave, I wanted to share with you Max Lucado's Walking with the Savior for the 24th of September. The Lord protects my life. So I ask for everybody's protection out there, that you're protected. You walk good. I always tell my children, walk good, because there's not good out there sometimes. So we have to be the good we want to see in the world. We can't be like, why they're not good? What they're doing? We gotta be it. We gotta be the good we want to see. So Psalm 27 verse 1. Max Lucado, mwah, shout out to Max Lucado. He is quoting Psalm 27. That's my psalm. Psalm 27 is one of my favorite psalms, not just because I was birthed on the 27th of September, but because the September 27th is when I birthed my child, when my mom birthed me. And it's the celebration in Ethiopia of the finding of the true cross of Christ. The cross that Jesus was crucified on was found in Ethiopia. It's the finding of the true cross. That cross that Jesus was crucified on was found in Ethiopia. Yay! So the Roman goddess Helene in the 1500s or something discovered this. So Max Lucado's comment for today, brought to you by Psalm 27 verse 1. The Lord is my light and the one who saves me. So why should I fear anyone? Why should I fear anyone? The Lord protects my life. So why should I be afraid? Okay? When people come up and want to curse me out and want to, hurt me in any way, why should I be afraid of that? I'm not going to be afraid. Okay? So Max Lucado's comment for Psalm 27 is the Christian in the midst of a crisis doesn't allow everyone's opinion or everyone's feelings to cause him to drift away from what is most important. He sets his anchor deep in the word and firm in his faith. That's what we need to do. So Psalm 27 is setting your anchor deep in the word. So you're on your ship, right? It's you're on your ship. You got a relations with other people on your ship. Yes, El Sue, it's a miracle oil. El Sue is calling it a miracle oil. It is. Your son and your great grandmother share birthday today. Happy birthday! Oh my goodness, that's powerful. So your son was born on your great grandmother's birthday. I'm looking for folks who share the same birthday with their mom. And that is even powerful. They're sharing a birthday with your grandmother, with your great grandmother. That's just like amazing. So being in the word, anchoring deep in the word and firm in faith. Okay? Anchoring deep in the word and firm in faith. That's important for us to do today. All right? Anchoring deep in the word and firm in faith. I love that. So we look at September 24th and we see in our daily Bible walk the person who insists upon seeing with perfect clarity before he or she decides, never decides. In other words, make your decision. Make your decision. Becoming a Christian has been likened to taking a step into the unknown, right? And landing on a rock. There are many things about the Bible you may not fully understand. You may have many questions about points of theology. But the all-important issue you must face is simply this. Either you will accept or you will not. Zechariah, specific prophecies as Zechariah, or you're going to reject it. But you cannot straddle the fence. What will you do with Jesus today? Remember, that means goodness and mercy and righteousness. So what will you do with that today? You can't straddle the fence and be like, oh, should I do that? Or should I go that? Or should I You can't straddle the fence, meaning either you're this or you're that. Okay? So we see the Messiah in the book of Zechariah, there is reference in Zechariah to the picture of the Messiah. So Zechariah 3:8, let's see, 3:8. Listen, High Priest Joshua, you and your associates seated before you, who are men symbolic of things to come. I am going to bring my servant, the branch. See the stone I have set in front of Joshua. These are 7 eyes on that one stone, and I will engrave an inscription on it, says the Lord Almighty, and I will remove the sin of this land in a single day. In that day, each of you will invite your neighbor to sit under your vine and fig tree, declares the Lord Almighty. So in the book of Zechariah, we have clean garments for the high priest, chapter 3, the gold lampstand and the 2 olive trees. And that's chapter 4. Chapter 5, the flying scroll. And then for tomorrow, we go into chapter 6, Zechariah. Okay, so for the 24th of September, we have vision of the high priest and vision of the gold lampstand and olive tree, Zechariah's night visions. So Zechariah has some visions that he is sharing, right? Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a blessed day, everyone, as we outro here. Greetings.